Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Imprisonment Changed Everything. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this may be a bit different from the usual Naruto What Ifs, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. And if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other channels as well. And yes, I apologize for not being regular on both channels, especially on Mayta What If. Well, the reason is quite obvious, even if I say that some of you guys will believe it or some of you guys won't. Well, I was kind of sick, and quite a lot actually this time around. It's weird that I took medicine from two doctors on 2 points within these days. First I got sick, I already was taking medication for that, but it stopped working and I got a high raised fever and a lot of chest pain. It was due to the cold. My muscles were quite stiff from there. And then after that I went to the second doctor and he gave me a medicine that is helping me recover. It still is quite a bit painful on my chest and I have still the runny nose and all that, but I'm recovering. So you guys take care of yourself and don't think that yeah, it's normal weather, I can handle it. Don't do that sort of stuff. That is what I did and that is what got me sick. So yeah, stay warm and stay covered and take care of yourself and be healthy. Anyways, enough of me yapping. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's movie. Our story begins with a 13-year-old Naruto Uzumaki who was breathing heavily. He had a lot of wound marks across his face and body. His clothes were tattered and he looked beaten up, but still standing somehow. With an unfocused vision, while breathing hard, he looked down towards the ground where he saw the laying figure of Sasuke Uchiha. You didn't have to make this hard, Deme. I told you if you just cooperate and come back with me, I would have not gone this far. Naruto, still using his strength and adrenaline in his body, picked Sasuke up over his shoulder and began to walk back towards Konoha with a limp. It took him at least 30 minutes of hardships and continuous struggle to get back towards Konoha and slumped down to his knees. He was seen by Tsunade as a form of blur from within the gates of Konoha, and as soon as she saw him, she began to dash towards Naruto, followed by Kakashi and Sakura. Naruto! As soon as she arrived, she called for medics who took away Sasuke, and she, picking up Naruto, dashed back towards the hospital. Well, Kakashi began to follow her. Sakura was left there because she was confused. At one point she wanted to go where Sasuke was, but on the other side, Naruto's condition didn't fare any better. And in the end, she decided to follow not Sasuke, but Naruto. As she arrived where Kakashi had gone off to. Sensei? Sakura, what are you doing here? I thought you would be with Sasuke? I wanted to check on Naruto first. Seriously, said Kakashi with a quiet bit of surprise in his voice. What, can I not check up on him? No, said Kakashi, rubbing the back of his neck. It's just... Anyways, forget about what I said. Naruto is in a critical condition from what I was able to get from Shizune-san. Tsunade-sama is trying her best, but I don't think that it would fare any better. As Sakura looked a bit down. As that is when another figure came there. It was Jiraiya. Kakashi, where is Naruto and Tsunade? I heard Naruto got injured and was brought here by her. She's in there with him, trying to treat him. Damn it. Do you know what happened? From what I can tell, there were a lot of wound marks, Kakashi, Jiraiya-sama, on both of them. Naruto had huge bleeding from one spot over his shoulder. As that is when the door opened and Tsunade came out, and on the stretcher two of the medics brought Naruto to the room from behind. I'll go with him, said Sakura, as she left while the three adults were left there. As Tsunade had narrowed eyes, you taught him the Chidori, didn't you? As Kakashi's eyes widened, did Sasuke use Chidori to harm Naruto? Not once, but twice, Kakashi. One was only a few inches away from his heart. As Kakashi's eyes widened even further, horrified at what he has done. Damn it, Kakashi. You should be very careful teaching that technique to some people who are at flight risk. But I thought, what you thought doesn't matter. Naruto has gotten hurt and seriously injured. What about the damn Uchiha? Well, the Uchiha is better. The medics have given me the report that he had minor few injuries, meaning that Naruto held back. As Kakashi and Jiraiya were quite shocked, at the same time impressed, that Naruto was able to hold back so much and yet he was getting injured this much. If only he hadn't held back, that Uchiha would have been beaten much more brutally. And maybe, unlike Naruto, he would have not survived. As Kakashi at one point was proud of Naruto for showing restraint, while on the other side he was damn pissed and disappointed with Sasuke. I just can't believe that Sasuke would do such a thing. The proof is in front of us. I know what you're saying, Tsunade-sama. I thought he was like Obito. Turns out he's not. As suddenly an Anbu arrived. Kage-sama, what is it, Anbu? I do not remember calling for any assistance of yours. Is this about the council? Yes, the council have gathered and they have overviewed the both cases of Naruto and Sasuke and are ready to deliver their verdict. Their verdict? As Tsunade, after saying that, looked towards Jiraiya and Kakashi, who exchanged looks and then looked towards her. What could this mean, Tsunade? Those motherfuckers are trying to pull some stunt. We have to go there, Jiraiya, and fast. Kakashi, go towards Naruto. Don't let anyone inside. Not a shinobi. Understood. And Kakashi went towards where Naruto's room was, while both of the Sanins then went towards the council chamber. While we go towards Kakashi, who found Sakura seated near Naruto, who was sleeping peacefully bandaged up. Breath is steady, Sensei, said Sakura as her shoulders began to shake. Sakura, it's alright. How can it be alright? I was the one who made the damn promise to not harm Sasuke. Tsunade-sama said that he held back, while Sasuke didn't. He even tried to harm me. You know what? Said Kakashi. He tried to use that lightning style jutsu on me as well. If it wasn't for me tripping while falling back, I would have been attacked by it. I don't know what took over Sasuke to do that, but I don't think he's stable, said Sakura. And Kakashi at that moment realized that if Sakura, the biggest fangirl of Sasuke, was saying that he wasn't mentally stable, then that meant something. While back on the other side, Tsunade slammed open the door of the council chamber and walked in. What is the meaning of this? How can you come to a conclusion already when the meeting wasn't even called by me? It's obvious that the boy is an Uzumaki, and knowing that you are half Uzumaki, you are going to do the justice in his favor. And so, shouldn't it be done in his favor? As Tsunade glanced across the whole council room as everyone looked down. He has done what we asked him to do, went and retrieved back the Uchiha, but the Uchiha was wounded. We need him alive, Tsunade, said Koharu as she stood up. It's not my own sentiment but everyone else here. The Uchiha clan was wiped out. The only one that is remaining is Sasuke. And he is an important figure that needs to bring back the Uchiha clan into the Konoha and Shinobi world. And for that he needs to be in healthy condition. Seeing as he is, there is a high chance that he might not be even able to produce. That is bullshit and lie. I checked him myself, and the boy's genitalia is fine. If anything, his ego is the one thing that is bruised. And as for Naruto, that boy took 2 Chidori straight through his chest. If anything, Naruto showed constraint. The proof says that. I checked myself. Even if you say that, the boy has violated the orders and harmed the Uchiha when the orders were given to him. And for that, we of the council have decided to strip him from the shinobi ranks and send him to the life imprisonment. What? That is bullshit. I would not allow this to happen. You can do or say whatever you want, but the order is fulfilled and have already been dispatched to the daimyo. As now we see, Tsunade let out an enraged growl and slammed her fist onto the desk, her desk, that turned into rubble. Mark my words, every one of you. You will not get away with this. As after Tsunade left, Jiraiya remained there, looking towards elders. You and I both know why the Uchihas went out, Danzo. As Danzo's eye widened, the one that wasn't covered, at least, by the bandages. What do you mean, Jiraiya? Your reaction tells me what I need to know. You're not the only one with the spies, Danzo. Don't forget that I am the spy master for Konoha. With that, Jiraiya left. What does he mean by that, Danzo? Said Homura. Nothing. Just a little threat, I believe. And so, both of them arrived where Naruto was resting. As soon as they arrived, Tsunade looked towards Sakura, who was still seated there. What are you doing here, girl? You shouldn't be here. What? No, but Naruto is my teammate. As Kakashi took a step forward, Tsunade-sama, I know you are enraged, but that doesn't give you a right to belittle Sakura. She's worried about Naruto genuinely. Genuinely, she says. Doesn't she like that Uchiha bastard? Well, I kind of do, but Naruto is also my teammate and friend. You say that, but how can I trust you? Tsunade, calm down. She's just a little girl. You're right. After what has happened in the council chamber, I don't know who to trust, said Tsunade as her lower lip quivered, and she closed her eyes to hide the tears that she has felt stinging in her eyes now. As Jiraiya placed a hand onto her shoulders and said, Everything will be fine, Tsunade. We'll make sure of that. Nothing will go wrong. What is going on? What do you mean by that? Naruto is to be sent to prison for 10 years after his rank is stripped because he harmed Sasuke Uchiha, which was against the orders as per the council views. As Sakura's eyes widened, but Sasuke did try to harm him as well. It doesn't make any sense. If Naruto is to be punished, then so is to be Sasuke. As Jiraiya then said, yes, that is true, but that is not how council sees that. You see, the council hates Naruto. Always have. Because of his condition. And that is why they have found the perfect golden opportunity to make sure that he rots away while they prosper. But they can get away with this. You're the Hokage, right? The order has been dispatched to the daimyo. All I can do as the Hokage is appeal to them. But how can they even make a decision without you being there? That's not right. I know what you're saying. As Tsunade walked towards Naruto and placed a hand on his head, I'm gonna fight to my last breath to make sure that he's protected. And that is what Tsunade did. She, Jiraiya, and Kakashi went into action, trying their best to prove to the daimyo that Naruto was innocent. It got so bad the council in the end decided to let Sasuke heal and let daimyo come here to decide between the two. After listening to their side of the story, Naruto woke up a month later, and by then Sasuke was already able to walk while Naruto was rolled into the wheelchair. As Naruto was brought in after a month later of his recovery, he was seated there in his wheelchair when they stopped still. What am I doing here? Bachan, you told me that there was something important I need to go to. This is important, boy, and shouldn't you be standing up and greeting? He is sick. Says Tsunade, looking towards Koharu, who has barked this order. And she, looking towards Tsunade enraged, already sat down because she knew if she pissed off Tsunade even further, there will be hell to pay. And that is something that she did not want it at the moment. As now we see, Daimyo of the Land of Fire stood up as the power and authority above all of you. I have been given this task to decide between Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki, who is innocent and who is not. And I have decided for those who are not innocent to be sent to blood prison, not just prison in the Land of Fire, but blood prison for the 10 years time span. Blood prison? But Daimyo-sama, forgive me for asking this, but what have I done? What have you done? Said Sasuke. You are the one who pushed me to the edge to leave this village, always trying to be my incompetent rival. You were the one who attacked me. I attacked you back with full force in self-defense. What? No, you... why are you saying that, Sasuke? You wanted to leave. I followed you alongside the others who got injured in the process. I was the only one left to follow you to the Valley of the End. I begged you to come back. And what did you say to me, Naruto? Didn't you say that you would break each and every bone in my body if it means that I won't come back? Yeah, I did say that, but that didn't mean that I did break every bone. You attacked me as well. I had no other choice. Damn you, Sama. You heard what he has said. He agrees to what I am saying. I had no other choice to fight. He threatened me to break every bone in my body. Yes, I may have made mistake, but that was under the influence of Orochimaru's venom and his curse mark seal that I still have as a proof. I would never leave this village. I was born here. That is a lie. You told me you left on your own accord. Daimyo-sama, as Daimyo raised his hand, do you have any proof, Naruto, that is further evident to the case? Because Sasuke has shown enough proof, and you yourself have agreed that you said those words to him. His story checks out. So tell me, Naruto, what do you have to say in counter? And not only that, Daimyo-sama, may I add a few more words? He used the Kyuubi's chakra onto me, something that he should not have been able to use. It leaked out and he attacked me like a wild beast. That is why I had to use the Chidori twice to calm him down. But even then I was not able to hold on the Nine Tails on its own. That is a lie. You attacked me twice when I was able to restrain my Rasengan. I was going to attack you, but then I held back. See? He is saying that he was going to attack me. As Danzo stood up, enough. I believe, Daimyo-sama, enough has been said. Do you not agree that it is time to pass down the judgment? Do you not agree that the accused and the defendant have said what they need to say? Naruto Uzumaki has no further proof or evidence, while Sasuke had enough. All he has to show is the wound marks that Sasuke's story checks out. How are you able to fight the Nine-Tailed Biju on your own, which the Uchiha boy over here has done, while we had faced 13 years ago the same monster and failed to contain him? That is commendable, don't you agree? True, what Danzo is saying. What do you have to say, Tsunade? Naruto is not lying. If you want to, we can check through Inoichi's mind-walking technique. Your Honor, that is dangerous, said Koharu as she stood up. Daimyo-sama, please. You should not allow this. The Kyuubi within the boy's mindscape is corrupting being, and if Inoichi walks in, there is no guarantee that he would walk out. We do not wish to lose any more men. We have enough evidence and proof, and besides, Naruto Uzumaki has been known for quite a lot of lying and also pulling pranks and placing the blame onto the others. Haven't you, or have you not done that, boy? I did some pranks, but I never blamed everyone. I never placed the blame on anyone else. Everyone knew I was the one who was doing it. Yes, that is because you had a patron, boy. That everyone was aware, but you tried to place the blame on the others. No, I never. Enough. I'm disappointed, Naruto. You see, my wife is also from the Uzumaki clan, and she too would be disappointed. You are to be stripped from your rights as a shinobi of Konoha and citizen of Konoha and sent to Blood Prison for 10 years, without any chance of getting out. You are not to be contacted by any one of your people, and you are to remain there for the 10 years' time. As Naruto looked down, Sakura gasped, hearing this alongside Naruto's friends, and they all had wide eyes and weird reaction. As Hinata then said, "No, they can't do this." As Neji looked down, "He fought for us. He took the most damage out of us, and yet he's the one who is getting punished, not the Uchiha who got us all injured." As Shikamaru gritted his teeth, glaring daggers at Sasuke, while on the other side, Ino looked hurt, because Sasuke was someone that she wanted to be with, thought was cool, mysterious, and deep down maybe kind-hearted. Not a monster like this. As Jiraiya then said, my lord, Daimyo-sama, please. Show mercy, he's just a boy. You can't do this. If you want proof, I will gather enough proof. You should have, Jiraiya. You should have. As Jiraiya was quietened by that, and once it was said and done, Tsunade looked towards Naruto, who was quiet and had a shocked and hurt expression on his face. As Naruto was rolled out, the envoys were awaiting him. We are ordered to take him to the blood prison. I myself will take him there, said Jiraiya, as Kakashi seconded that. And Naruto's friends decided that they too would go. If you're going, may we request that we too follow as well? As Kakashi, who was the third member, agreed. As after everyone left, Tsunade came in front of Naruto to the face as she had tears in her eyes, and then she hugged Naruto. I'm sorry, Naruto. I'm sorry that I'm such a pathetic being that I wasn't able to protect you. We all failed you, kid. We're sorry about that. But don't you worry, we're gonna try our best. No. What? I said no, said Naruto, as he shed tears. It's fine. If Konoha wishes to believe Sasuke, then let them. I'm at least happy that I have some people who believe me. If they want me to fulfill that punishment, then I will. But why, kid? Why? You know I promised Gigi that I would not break no matter what they do. And I will show to them that I am more than just the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki that they see me as. I'm not a demon child, said Naruto as he shedded tears that stung in his eyes. As everyone there began to hide their tears because they saw that Naruto was still unbroken. Even after all that, he was hurt, yes, but he wasn't broken. Because he was Naruto Uzumaki, and he vowed that no matter what happens, he will never break. As now we see, Naruto then said, I will go there, do my time, and come back. Don't you worry about me. While on the other side, I want you all to be happy and become strong. You hear me, Sakura-chan? You, and you as well, Hinata-chan. And Neji, don't you dare believe in fate and all that. I don't anymore. But I know this much, that Sasuke Uchiha and those who have done this to you, they need to answer some questions, and they will in due time. As one after the other, everyone said their words and went to get ready because they were going to take Naruto to the blood prison. They didn't trust anyone else. As the last person was Shikamaru. Hey Shika, don't you dare think that it's your fault that this happened, but it is mine. I was the only Chunin who was ordered to lead you. Listen to me, you troublesome damn blonde. I'm gonna make sure that every one of those bastards pay, including my own old man who didn't say a single word in the council meeting. Shikamaru, I don't want you to go up to war for my sake to the rest of the village. Oh, but we will. Because you have made me realize something, for the first time in my life, that we are living under an illusion. And if it means that I have to get motivated and do some work for a change to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again to any one of us, or even to you again, I have to work hard. I must thank them for making me realize that. By the time you return, everything will be changed. That much I am certain of. And so, now we see, Naruto was taken to the blood prison. The whole way there, Naruto didn't spoke a word until he got near and realized that Tsunade was mostly crying, and so was Jiraiya. And once they reached the gates, everyone said their goodbye and Tsunade hugged him the longest. As Kakashi then said, I failed you as a sensei, Naruto. I should have... It's alright, Kakashi-sensei. You don't need to worry about anything. Just make sure, you train Sakura. But she needs to be strong. I will. Kid, I know some people within. They won't bother you. After you heal, you will be allowed to train and work hard. What? The prison that is known as blood prison is different. It doesn't allow you to use chakra. They place a seal on you. Tsunade and I have contacted them and their warden, telling them that Naruto, you are innocent and are just being blamed. Because of that, they have agreed to let you walk free without any constraints, but only at one condition: that you don't break free from the prison. I won't. I told them that you won't. That you would do your time and come out. That unjustly was brought onto you. But making sure that these 10 years don't come to waste, I have left you a lot of scrolls in this one. Once you get in your cell, only open them and train there. Master them, each and every technique, and become so strong that once you come out, everyone will regret what they have done to you. At least that is what your father would have wanted. As Naruto's eyes widen, what do you mean by that? Jiraiya? You knew my father? Everything is within. Once you get in, you will find out. I don't have the strength or the guts to face you. But what would you find out within? With that, as Jiraiya's voice wavered, he got up and left, wiping his tears. And everyone saw Naruto still on his wheelchair being rolled within by the guards. Once Naruto was gone, as the gate closed, Tsunade stood there, wiping her tears. I'm gonna make those bastards pay. You're not alone, Tsunade. Me too. All of us will. As both of them turned behind to find that all of the Konoha 11 minus Sasuke were still there. Naruto has done so much for us. He was the one who fought Gaara and saved Konoha from destruction. And he being treated like this, after all that he has done, it isn't right. Please, we beg of you, Tsunade-sama, allow us to train under you, alongside our senseis. Permission granted. And Shikamaru, what do you have to say? I'm gonna be your personal apprentice, watching over all the laws as well as the rules and regulations placed on Konoha and Land of Fire. Because if they want to use and abuse that power, it's time that someone took on that authority and beat them in their own game. We have a lot of work to do. Let's make sure that Naruto, the dumb Baka blonde, once he comes out, everything is changed and ready. But to make sure everything is ready, we need to get rid of the council first, because they are a bigger threat. Then, you know what they say, if you can't get the job done rightly, then do it the wrong way. What do you mean by that, Shikamaru? Hire mercenaries to kill them. And everyone tensed because Shikamaru had a huge dark expression on his face. What do you mean by that? Have you heard ever about karma? What they have done to Naruto alongside with Sasuke? I want karma to hit them back, and quite hard. Let's get started. And Shikamaru was the first one to walk back towards Konoha, motivated much more than he ever should be in his whole life, to make sure that his friend, who has suffered so much after all he has gone through, won't ever go through this again. Because he has realized one thing: Konoha's treatment of Naruto has gone too far. Always have been, but it just took him too long to realize that. As now we see, a few months passed. Naruto was within the blood prison and had opened the scroll for the first time, because he was still remembering the words of Jiraiya, who looked like he was about to cry and had left, stating that what Naruto might find would not be good. And so Naruto finally found the guts to open the scroll and then begin to read it. The first thing that appeared was a letter from Jiraiya. Naruto, it's me, Jiraiya. I wrote this letter when I found out what is happening to you and all that, during the month that you were unconscious. Believe me, kid, when I say this, it hurts, not only seeing you like this, but a lot more. Further below this letter is the letters of your parents, both your mother and father. And I want you to know this and confess this, that I am your godfather. I was the one who was chosen by your father to be the one to watch over you once they die. The only thing that I didn't do was to be in your life myself early on. I left you in Sensei's care, and he was the one watching over you while I provided you with the little bit of funds that I could each month. I tried everything in my power to make sure that your name remains hidden and your connection with your parents remain hidden from the outside world because they had made a lot of strong enemies. I know that after reading all this and finding out about this, if you don't want to see my face, I get it, but know this, kid. You're like a son to me, and I would do everything in my power to protect you. Even if it means that you don't like me anymore, I will still do. As Naruto, after reading that letter, was a bit shocked but wiped his tears and placed it down, picking up the second letter that was quite old. Dear son, it's me, your father. I know this may sound weird, but I was leaving this just in case, as a plan C, which means that if you're reading this, that I and your mother have not been able to survive, and the inevitable has happened. QB has broken free somehow during your birth process and has decided to make things troublesome. Anyways, I won't go into that detail. What I want to say is that no matter what you do in your life, how far you grow, know this, that we will always support you, even if it means that we're not there, and we'll love you no matter what. To us, you are the most precious gift. I myself was an orphan, and your mother, she became one. And once we lost, both didn't have any family and found one another, we vowed that once we have our own family, after falling in love, we'll make sure they have everything that we couldn't. But it seems that fate had other things in mind and we were not able to do that. And for that, I ask you to forgive me, son. I sure hope that Konoha is treating you well and sees you as a hero, because after all, if you're reading this, you would be the QB's Jinchuriki, which I made you myself. As Naruto's eyes widen, reading that part, wiping away his tears. What? But the fourth Hokage made me the Jinchuriki. As Naruto continued to read, just make sure you don't get too much distracted by all that fame and noise and focus on your own shinobi art. You see, your old man was quite a good shinobi and would love if you were able to surpass me and your mother. Don't tell her I called the old lady. She'll get quite cranky. Anyways, best of wishes, and with love, your father, who couldn't be there. Sorry again for that. Minato no Mikaze. Naruto read that name and immediately knew who it was. Wait, the fourth Hokage was my father? And then he read his mother's letter. Dear Naruto, it's me, your mother, Kushina. If you're reading this, which I doubt you are, well, we would be gone. Your father is just too much worry rat and thinks that if something happens, just in case, we must prepare for this, which I doubt would happen. Everything will go right. Trust me when I say this. You better believe it. As Naruto chuckled as he wiped his tears. She said that as well, huh? But remember, if in any case I'm not there for you, you better take care of yourself. Find yourself a good woman and settle down. And maybe once you do, make sure you take care of her and listen to her, because women are always right. Especially I was. And whatever you do in your life, know this, that Mama and Papa always will love you. Love your mother, Kushina Uzumaki. As Naruto placed that letter down, that it was like some holy relic, and collected the 3 letters and placed them back very carefully and gently. And he began to sob, because he, for the first time, has been aware who his parents were and why Jiraiya was a bit scared. But he didn't hate Jiraiya, not one bit. If anything, he was happy that at least someone told him who his parents were. And that made Naruto laugh, a hollow, bitter laugh. Konoha worshipped those two and hated him. But he didn't care about them anymore, because he knew there were people out there who loved him, who cared for him. I guess I did found my own family and people, Kasan, Otosan. You don't need to worry about that. As after that, There was a note left by Jiraiya that Naruto picked up. Alright, kid. Know that you are done with the letters. And if you are not still mad at me somehow, which I hope you're not, these are the scrolls that have been left behind by your parents. Within it is the flying Raijin technique, as well as the Fuinjutsu scroll if you want to do some tweaks in it. And then there is Rasengan and how to complete it. Your father had some theories. You know how to use it by now, but you need to improve on it. Adding an element to it, that was your father's dream, and I leave you to it. And then there are some fighting styles from the Uzumaki clan and your mother's prized possession, the Gegenkai that was so underrated that nobody remembered about. The Uzumaki adamantium chains. You, being a part of Uzumaki, would be able to use it, but unlocking them are quite hard. So you better be able to focus on them. Aside from them, there are some wind and other element jutsus, so you better be ready once you get out. As Naruto, with the newfound fire in his eyes, was ready. And then the final gift came. It was his parents' picture, and both of them were smiling. As Naruto looked towards the red-haired woman who had the same face as her, as Naruto smiled, and then his father, both smiling, and then he saw that his mother's stomach was a bit round. That me? As Naruto chuckled, meaning that it was right around the time before he was born, and he was happy to have it. While Naruto began his training, on the other side, in Konoha, Sasuke has been isolated by his peers. Sakura didn't even want it to be near him, and that is when the trouble began. As one day her mother came home from a council meeting, Sakura, what is the meaning of this? Why are you ignoring Sasuke? Did you want him not to get close to him? What is it with you, mother? I don't wish to be close to him. He's a sociopath. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter because the CRA for him will soon open. And once it does, I would want you to be the one to become his main wife. What? No. I don't want to become his wife. What is the meaning of this, Sakura? I said what I said, and I won't back down. Then get out of my house, Sakura, because whatever I say you have to listen. Gladly. With those words, Sakura's mother was shocked. As Sakura grabbed her stuff and left, You're really leaving? You unpolite child, don't you dare come back. You hear me? Said Sakura's mother, but she didn't care. Sakura left. As on the other side, inside Ino's home, Inuichi then said the same thing. I don't understand, John. You're the one who wanted to be with Sasuke. Now that the time has come, you don't want to. I don't want to be with a sociopath. But Sasuke is quite stable. He is just under the influence of whatever you want to believe it, father. You and I both know that was wrong with what you have done. As Inuichi remained quiet and well agreed to his daughter, and that is when there was a knock on the door and Sakura stood there. Ino, realizing what has happened, seeing the bag, brought her in, and then brought her to her room. Sakura is going to be staying with us. I hope that is not a problem. If it is, then I will be able to take care of her on my own. What nonsense are you spotting, honey? Said Ino's mom. She's like a daughter to me. If she wants to stay here as long as she wants, she will be. I just don't understand why Momoki-san would do something like this. While on the other side, within the Nara clan, Shikaku Nara was sitting in front of Shikamaru. What is the meaning of this, Shikamaru? Why are you trying to go against the council? You know that you never would win. As Shikamaru glared towards his father, you told me everything, old man. That how we should not stand and let hatred dictate what people are and what aren't. That made me become friends with Naruto. I know what I said, but that boy, his life is finished while yours isn't. How can you say that? It's just 10 years. 10 years is a long time. A long time, Shikamaru. What happened to Naruto, yes, it's sad and bad, but know this, that we had no other choice. Either it was them or us. The timing was involved. To hell with that. I'm gonna make you and everyone else pay. Mark my words, old man. I'm coming for your head and everyone else. As Shikamaru's mom for the first time realized that Shikamaru was serious, enraged, and motivated, and she gasped because she realized what she had said to his father. Shikamaru, what are you saying? Enough, mother. If you want me, then I will leave, but I won't stand up for this. Within the Inuzuka clan, everyone was enjoying dinner, as Kiba hasn't touched his plate even once. Eat up, Kiba, why aren't you eating it up? I don't want to. I'm sorry to say, but I just can't stomach what has happened to Naruto, and how all of you are okay with after all that has happened. Again with that. It was necessary that we agreed with the council. If I haven't, then it would have left me embarrassed in the standing. Just because you were embarrassed you let a innocent boy rot? How can you even say that? Help us protect the innocent, and yet you didn't. So much for being an alpha. As Kiba stood up from his chair and left. As his sister then said, "Hey, come here, you dipshit, and apologize." Enough. Anna, he is right. I let an innocent soul go to blood prison for 10 years, destroying his life. While something within the Hyuga clan have changed, Hinata Hyuga has turned so cold and enraged that she has destroyed 10 training dummies by now. As Hiyashi arrived, what is the meaning of this? Why are you destroying everything? Shut up and let me train. As Hiyashi Hyuga, hearing these words, was shocked. You dare say that again? I said shut up and let me train, old man. Can you not get that to your thick skull? As he tried to slap Hinata, but Hinata grabbed his wrist and body slammed him to the ground, pointing a Juken-style fist that could have killed Hiyashi to his neck. Don't test me. I'm not someone who you can bully again. I've seen firsthand just how far your cruelty and selfishness can go. You're all the same. No wonder Uncle Hisashi was the one who sacrificed. It should have been you. Hinata hit Hiyashi with those words like a slap, a cold slap across the face, as Hiyashi left there, laying down onto the ground, realizing that just how far he has hurted his daughter in trying to turn her into the perfect Hyuga, and now that she was, he felt hollow. And for the first time, he didn't want to admit it, he missed his soft daughter. As he closed his eyes and sighed, as the words rang in his ears, it should have been you, not Uncle Hisashi, that should have gone and died. As those words stung like something far worse. As Hanabi, who has heard this, was watching this with Neji. What happened to Nason? She just woke up and realized that the world isn't what she seemed to be. The world wants her to be hard and strong, now that she has become that. It is going to change. Hiyashi-sama and the others are soon going to realize what they have lost, in order to gain a perfect heiress. And so, time began to pass by. 5 years have gone by since then, and nobody was allowed to visit Naruto. Naruto continued to train and continued to advance, and have even been able to meet with the Kyuubi face to face, with a lot of questions in his mind. And then, the Kyuubi, who has no better thing to answer to, did what he asked to do. And because of that, both have come to a conclusion that Kyuubi itself was a victim. Victim, how so? Because Hashirama Senju was the one who captured him without any consent and made him into a weapon. And Konoha now blames Naruto and his mother that they couldn't control the Kyuubi and cause all that damage. This is bullshit. It was their own Hokage that captured you. And then later on you were passed down to my clan, and my mother, she had been attacked by this Madara Uchiha, or you say so, that let you be free and attack everyone, and they blamed it on her and me? Just because I was your Jinchuriki? Yes. Now I like the way you talked as well, kid. That you did not sign up for this. I agree you didn't. And I was enraged at you because you believed their words and did not try to listen to my side. Because I thought you, who is neutral, would at least understand because you were just born at the time. I was a fool. And again, I should have listened to you. Like how I listened to everyone else. I'm sorry about that. You should be. You know you can break out of here. I won't. I made a promise. Why are you still evident that your promise will come to fruition. It will. I believe in them. I know Shikamaru. If he gets motivated, and the way he was now, nothing would be able to stop him. And true to words, in 5 years, Shikamaru has gained another seat in the council as a shinobi and civilian representative both, and have been able to gain a lot of power from within the council as well. So much so that the elders at one point were deciding whether to let him live or not because he was becoming a hassle. He now had 40% of the veto power aside from the Hokage, leaving the council with only 20%. Whereas before they had at least 60% of the power while the Kage had the 40%. Now they couldn't decide in anyone's favor because Shikamaru and Hokage were at one page most of the time. The civilian council, they did not have any power left, while the elders they had somewhat alongside the shinobi clans. And one after the other, they were the ones being stripped away from the budget as well as of the other things. And that wasn't all. Kiba has finally defeated his mother in the ritual and have become the alpha of the clan and decided to change their ways for good. And not only that, there was Hinata, who too have become the Ice Princess of Konoha, and then there was Ido and Sakura, both of whom have become the apprentice of Tsunade Senju and have become the pillars of medical facilities in Konoha, becoming the second strongest Kunoichis out there that was able to gain the 100 healing marks alongside with all of Tsunade's jutsus and strength. Even her summoning clan. While on the other side, Naruto continued his struggles and on his own was becoming powerful. Konoha was also evolving. What someone not was the elders and the civilians who couldn't cope with losing all the power, and also Sasuke Uchiha, because he was thrown into the prison finally within 5 years. Why am I being treated like this? Thrown here because you are a criminal and you are being charged. And so once that was settled, the daimyo intervened. You can't do this. They are the esteemed member of the council. If you do, then the funding for Konoha will be cut out, and you will be facing a war threat with me. You do know that we have shinobis, while you have samurais, and if we win, your land will belong to us. Said Shikamaru. Are you threatening me, boy? I'm not threatening you, I'm stating the obvious. Who have more, results as well as strength? We have been the one to train your 12 guards. Even our shinobis are there. Still, if we call them back and bring every one of our operatives back and launch an all-out war of freedom against the land of fire, not only we will be the ones winning and expanding our territory, we will end up killing you and your family. Are you threatening me? Said the daimyo, shaking. Think about it. The villages have attacked us in the previous 3 big wars, and in the end Konoha was able to fight its way out and win. We even won against the damn QB. And recently happened 5 years ago, the Konoha Crush attack, where the One-Tails attacked alongside the 2 villages again. What do you think would happen to you? As the daimyo gritted his teeth, you would pay for this, Tsunade. I think we have come to a conclusion. If you want to war, then so be it, son of a bitch, because I am all for it. You will pay for this insolence. And so, there was war on the horizon. The elders didn't want to get involved, so they tried to assassinate Tsunade, while Shikamaru played chess and was able to not only gain information about this, but stop the attack, and then in return also using the shadow binding technique, which he has grown quite proficient in, brought in the men of Danzo, the root controlling them through shadows, and brought Danzo to the place he wanted to be. And there, Danzo and the elders were captured for conspiring against Konoha and were executed on the spot. After they were dealt with, the war had begun. The rest of the elemental nation watched this development with quite shocked, while the other daimyos were in fear. The villages were quite interested. And true to the word, Shikamaru, being the legend he was, led the war with his strategy far beyond anything, as his father watched from the sidelines, because he wasn't trusted anymore and did not have any power left, as he, alongside the rest of Naruto's friends, were able to not only subdue the daimyo's forces, but also able to destroy his stronghold and take over his land. Meaning, the land of fire have fell, and it has now known as not longer as the land of fire, but as the land of Konoha. A free nation, not a village anymore. While on the other side, the other villages also began to realize that they could do the same, and their daimyos were in fear. For the first time, the other villages understood from Konoha's side that it was necessary because the daimyos were holding them in a chokehold on a tight leash, and if they wanted to do something, it was this. While on the other side, as the warring sessions began and Konoha's alongside the elemental nation's map was changing rapidly, Naruto was approached and he was brought out. It was Sakura as well as Hinata and Ino who stood there. And Ino and Sakura blushed alongside with Hinata once they saw what Naruto has become. He had grown and had long hair. His body fat and facial fat was gone, which was baby fat. He had lean, slender body of a swimmer and had his jacket open because it was warm. Hey there. Wow, you three have grown. It's nice to meet you three. Hinata, Ino, and Sakura-chan, right? You look more beautiful now than ever. The three of them blushed after hearing that. We brought you some clothes. Oh, I stink like a pig because I haven't taken a bath and was training. Let me go take a shower and change up, then we can leave. I hope we're here to leave, right? Yes, of course. And so Naruto went and left, while the three of them glared towards one another. Why are you two blushing? I thought you didn't like him. Well, we kind of do now, said Ino. Don't you dare forget that I was the one who liked him first. What do you mean by that? I mean that I'm willing, but only because you two stood by his side, not that Uchiha's. As both of them looked towards him and blushed, because they now finally realized what Hinata has meant. And so, once Naruto was ready, he tied up his hair in a ponytail. What do you guys think? Drop the ponytail, Naruto, and cut off your hair. Hey, once we get back, I'll do so. Otherwise, you guys know better anyhow to cut my hair? Yes, we will. And so Naruto sat down, and using a kunai, Hinata cut his hair, and now it was back to his normal length. Huh. You know, I never in those 5 years thought that I would be cutting off my hair finally. I was kind of happy with the long hair, as Naruto with short hair looked even more handsome than ever. You look good in this. Aw, thanks. And so, they all decided to walk back towards Konoha, and Naruto laughed and chuckled and asked about how everyone was. As Hinata, once nearing, had finally had enough and asked, Naruto? Don't you feel enraged at Konoha one bit? You asked that how we are doing and what everyone is up to, but you haven't asked what Konoha is up to. Look, I only asked you because I only care about you. I stopped caring about Konoha when I was sent here, because I realized that they might not even change and I will be, just slamming my own head against a thick wall, while ignoring you all who already have some sort of connection with me. And with that, I decided to focus my energy on you all instead of them, and on myself, and because of that, I'm happy. With that, they all brought Naruto back to Konoha, where he was welcomed by everyone. And Naruto didn't realize still that this was the capital of the newfound land of Konoha. Once inside, everyone greeted him. First was Tsunade, who hugged him and welcomed him back, as Naruto hugged her as well and said, I'm back, Mom. And that touched Tsunade's heart, much more than it should have, because she almost crushed him with a bone-crushing hug. And then it was Jiraiya who slammed him on the back of the side and said, Well, kid, I'm proud that you are able to grow strong. No bad blood between us, I hope. No, Arasani, but get ready because you will be pranked for leaving me alone here. I guess I deserve that much. Sensei? Said Naruto looking towards Kakashi, who was standing there. It's good to see you, Naruto. Grown. Of course I have. But look at you. Can't even tell because of your silver hair that you are grown older or are still the same. I am still the same somewhat. I'm not grown that old. Yeah, because of your silver hair you say that. And after that, one after the other, Naruto met with his friends and was having the time of his life then, until Ichiraku's arrived. Hey, Teruichi-san, Ayame-chan, what are you doing here? What do you mean, you damn brat? You're back. Why wouldn't we be here to greet you? As Naruto chuckled, and then gasped, Is that? Yup. A fresh, huge, large, specially made for you bowl of ramen with Naruto fish cake. And with that, Naruto began to slurp it down while sitting down onto the ground saying itadakimasu because it has been 5 long years since he hadn't eaten anything. And after all that had happened, Naruto was finally able to enjoy this. This is bliss. This should be the food of gods. Kid, you're eating in the middle of the road. Hey, at least allow me to eat this. And so after finishing up this bowl, which was like Naruto inhaled it, Naruto then said, "Thank you so much. But next time I'm paying while coming there." 10 bowls on us, Naruto, because yeah, you have been quite behind on your ramen eating schedule. So don't worry, brat. I'll take you up on that offer, old man. And so, after that, the two left. Iruka arrived. Naruto. Sensei, what are you doing here? What do you mean, you damn idiot? You're my student. Of course I would be worried about you. I wasn't even allowed to meet you because I was a chunin. And of how the things were tense and all that. I'm sorry, Iruka. Again, I didn't know at the time who to trust and who not to. I get that, Tsunade-sama, but I should have at least once meeten him. Wait, you didn't allow Iruka-sensei to meet me? No, Naruto, we were quite scared of everyone, literally. Said Tsunade, apologizing to him. I apologize, Sensei, they should have, you know? It's alright. Well, at least you are not that behind, aside from your rank. What do you mean by that? Every one of your friends have become a Jonin. Eh? What do you mean a Jonin? Well, they were able to become Chunin soon after you left, and then they went restless and became Jonin soon after that. Wait, so I'm the only one who's left as a Genin? As everyone began to chuckle at that. Yeah, you heard that right, Naruto, said Kiba. You're now our junior, you better listen to what we say, said Kiba, who was already a clan head, and looking towards Naruto with his toothy grin. Whatever you say, dog brat, but I'm not gonna let you become the Hokage. If anyone is gonna be, it's me. As everyone chuckled because they realized that it was still the same old Naruto. And after everything was done and settled, Naruto asked the question, where is Teme? Why do you want to meet him, Naruto? Said Tsunade with a serious expression. He's in prison, said Sakura, where he should belong. He's mentally unstable and wanted me, Ino, and Hinata to be his wives, saying that we are his breeding horse who would breed the next generation of the Uchiha. What? Is he that insane? But I thought you liked him, both of you. We did, but after what he had done to you, he just lost our respect and we realized just what we were doing. So what's new? What's new is that our currency has changed from the normal Ryu, and the image is now that of, well, look at it for yourself. It was the Hokages on each and every note, as Naruto's eyes widened, because on the coin that was the smallest it was Naruto's image. Why am I on a picture? Is this some sort of prank? No, kid. This is the new currency of the land of Konoha. The land of fire wanted a war with us and we won. Your friends won. And because of that, the landscape of the elemental nation has changed. And now instead of the other nations and daimyos, there is only different villages who have taken over their own daimyo's land and have become independent. As Naruto's eyes widened, so you mean to say that there are 5 big nations and Konoha is one of them? The largest one. As Naruto chuckled, wow, you guys did that? Yeah, I told you, troublesome blood, once you returned everything will be changed. But the only person who hasn't changed is you, seems to be it. Which it's going to take some while for you to do so. And so Naruto chuckled and accepted. While this was going on the other side, within Amegakure, Akatsuki wasn't happy. Because this was everything against their plan. Villages decided to taking over their daimyos and becoming independent nations and stronger one. And not only that, Konoha being so strong and having such competent shinobis that they would be facing trouble if they decided to go and attack now, they were left to go back to the drawing board to sketch out their new plan. What are we going to do? It's suicide if we attack them. They have the military power and a lot of competent shinobi, Shikamaru, Nara, and then the 3 queens of Konoha as they're being called. Ino, Sakura, and Hinata. Those 3 have grown quite far and strong. Yes. And we have also gotten the news that Naruto Uzumaki has been brought back. And not just as he was left there. He has been training there for the past 5 years, and have mastered quite a lot of his father's techniques alongside his mother's. This is troublesome, but not troublesome enough. We are the Akatsuki. We have the Rinnegan user. We have the most talented of all people here. We attack Konoha, and we attack hard, using all the Zetsu army. But that is for the final attack. When the Moonlight Plan is in, we will win. Zetsu army can be created again, but it will take years. Then we will wait for years, but we will have enough army to attack. Right now, we need to attack, and fast. And that is what we're going to do. And so, the land of Konoha was under attack, and this time Naruto decided to go with them as well. Naruto was about to engage, but what he saw shocked him. He didn't need it to, as he was shocked at how far his friends have grown. They alone were able to handle a lot, and Hinata made his heart skip a beat alongside with Ino and Sakura when he saw them smashing a lot of Zetsu army members alongside with the main ones that arrived and surrounded Naruto. You are surrounded, Naruto Uzumaki. There's nothing you can do but to surrender and give us the Kyuubi. Well, you have surrounded me, yes, but you are forgetting one thing. I'm not alone. Oh, your whole platoon is being captured, so there's nothing you can do. Because they, even if wanted to, they can't come here. Who said anything about them? Kurama? It's time to show them what we're made of. As Zetsu was the only one who realized what that meant. Wait! As suddenly KCM2 bursted and a huge golden Kyuubi was seen there. And what followed suit was KCM2 Naruto, within 5 to 10 minutes, using the Hiraishin alongside the Bijidama technique and Odama Rasengan technique, literally abolished them, using finally 8 Odama Rasen Shurikens. The wind-style Rasengan that he was able to complete as huge explosion erupted, killing them all in one blow. After the dust settled, the land of Konoha has won the war again, and displayed just how powerful it is. The spies of the other lands returned back and were more than terrified, because now they had the perfect Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, and his attacks were able to destroy and level mountains even. And that is something that horrified them, and they did not want to engage. So they sent out peace treaties in order to achieve peace, because if they ever went to war, or if Konoha decided ever went to war against their lands, there would be hell to pay. And after all that happened, we see Naruto finally coming face to face in front of the prison as he looked towards Sasuke. How are you doing, Timmy? What? You're back. Wanted to gloat? Adobe? No. I don't want it to gloat. I'm here to help. What do you mean, help? I don't need your help. Look. You're someone who have turned for the worst, Sasuke, but you were never like this. Your hatred for your brother, your hatred for me, emitted from a dark place. You would never understand the pain I felt. Not a single one of you. But I wanted to, because I thought you as a brother of mine. My best friend, after we became teammates. My rival. It's just a shame you never saw me as one. Sasuke gritted his teeth but looked down, as Naruto placed his hand on his shoulder, and then Sasuke felt extreme amount of pain. Sorry, Sasuke, but this needs to be done. And suddenly a small snake was ripped out of the seal, which disappeared, as Sasuke felt as if his whole body was being pinned with needles. What have you done? As a small white snake was shown, which Naruto crushed and destroyed with fire elemental jutsu. I destroyed the snake influence on you. Now think while you're in there with a clear head. You had everything, and because of your anger and darkness, you let it all go down the drain. You're not like this, Sasuke. You still have hope to change. I hope you do so. The Sasuke, who was left standing there, began to think clearly, because the darkness within his head was finally being calmed. While on the other side, Naruto by Tsunade in front of the whole land was announcing who Naruto really was. His parents, heritage, and everything. And everyone was left in shock. The land of fire cheered because their Hokage's previous Hokage and legend's son has returned, while the people of Konoha who have hated him, they were left stunned. Because this was a kid who they hated and thought was nothing more than a demon, but reality was he was son of their hero. No wonder the force sealed the Biju within him. And the resemblance, it was uncanny. But that all didn't matter anymore, because Naruto didn't care about them. If anything, he already had people who believed in him and cared about him. As now we see, Naruto finally arrived in his home and relaxed. Everyone was there with him. What are you gonna do now, Naruto? You still are a Genin, so in order to become a Hokage, you have to become a Jonin at least. Hey, I'll become that, but I need to rest. And suddenly Iruka walked in, slamming a lot of books onto the table. As Naruto sat up straight, what is this, sensei? Well, Naruto, you are the last Uzumaki and not the Namikaze. And because of that, you need to be in CRA. And we have decided to give you 3 brides. What? But who? These 3, who else? Ino, Sakura, and Hinata. These 3 have agreed to become your wives. What? But I'm just a Genin, and we love you, Naruto, said Sakura, Hinata, and Ino. As Hinata first stood up and said, I loved you since the day you saved me when we were kids. Always have. It's just I was just too shy to say to your face. As that is when Naruto's eyes widened, because he did remember now Hinata being awkward and all that. Wait, am I that dumb? Yes, kid, you're that dumb, said Kurama. And then Sakura then said, After what Sasuke did to you, it opened my eyes. And then I remembered everything you have done for me. I knew I liked you, but once I met you at the prison, it was kind of like that love at first sight all over again. I kinda liked your hot bod, said Ino, as Naruto blushed. And the 3 girls that made their weird-ass confessions, Naruto sighed. I may think this, okay? But we are claiming our possession over you, so you can't just think about it for too long. As Jiraiya chuckled, well kid, your life is screwed. As Tsunade punched him into the shoulders. Ow! What did I say? He's not screwed. He's getting the proper treatment. And you better learn, kid, these books. Iruka will be your sensei, who smiled, folding his arms. I will teach you everything you need to know in order to become a Jonin and the future Hokage. After all, I'm still holding down this damn seat for you. As Naruto, his eyes were twitching because he had to do the worst thing in his life now. Study all over again. As Naruto's scream of no was heard all across the elemental nations while his friends laughed. As this is where I will be leaving this movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did that, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other channels as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.